Hello Factorio people, Fenton here, welcome back, episode 13. Thank you for all the support as always. Tom Chapman says, love your stuff, however, how did you get the infinity chest in your personal logistics network with like 10 to infinity being allowed in your inventory? Very simple, there's commands. In the console, you have to open the console. /C, no, /C, game dot player dot in dot, I can't type, insert, open brackets, quotes, and then whatever the item is called. In this case, infinity chest. Close quotes, close brackets. And that's given me 10 and they've gone in my trash slots because I've got them in here. Yes, you are correct in that they now... You can't set a request for them because they don't technically exist even though you can insert them. There might be a command to enable them, but the easiest thing to do is to just, once you've inserted 10, just put them in here like this. And then the whole point, not to be passive aggressive about it, but the whole point of what we're doing here is infinity chests with items going into logistics so that we can just build everything and anything. So you just set up a logistics, you just set up an infinity chest to have infinity chests and then put those infinity chests into the logistics network. As an aside, as I was double checking the command for that, I found a command that also does infinity pipe. So instead of infinity hyphen chest, you do infinity hyphen pipe, and you get a stack of 10 infinity pipes, which I didn't know. So we don't need to do any of this nonsense. Turns out we can just do, oh that was good, we can just do this, infinity pipe like this, and then click it and just say it's going to be nitric acid. There you go, and that just sort of works. Add this percentage of fluid to the pipe on every tick. Yeah, that seems to be correct. So that's neat. So thank you, Tom Chapman, for that. What was the other thing? What was the other bit of admin I was going to talk about? Oh yes, it was taking forever to YouTube to process these HD versions, to the point where even if I would upload them 4 or 5 hours in advance, it still wouldn't be HD processed, and that's because my OBS settings were very high, perhaps overkill. So I've toned them down a bit. Hopefully you won't notice much of a difference. It should still be 60 FPS, 1080p, 1080p's. No, that's not what that means. If you do notice a difference, let me know, and I'll switch it back, and I'll just make sure to record things in advance. Right, I thought today we would do quartz and silicon, because quartz is sand related, and we're going to continue along with the sand nonsense. So I guess the first thing we should actually do is take the stone crushing out of the lithium train. Excuse me. So the first thing we were going to do is actually get rid of all this. What's the best way to do that? The best way to do that is to remove the unfiltered items from these. Get rid of this. Let all the sand go through. What? Plastic? Plastic? Do not ask me that. It's fine. I'll just crush the plastic. The plastic will get crushed. Oh no, the plastic won't get crushed because this stone is waiting to go in. Yeah, there we go. How strange. I mean, obviously I could just do this and it wouldn't make any difference because even if I turn my robots off first, then there we go. This will all just go to the centralised... Oh, it's decentralised now, actually. There's 2 of them, isn't there? There's 2 of them. Forgot about that. I suppose the question is here: is this now more than two? This also is now not powered. Is this more than two belts of sand now? Could be. I'm so glad I didn't actually build all four of these modules. It is. It's 2.3. I say it's 2.3 belts of sand, but it does overproduce. Sorry, I hate to keep going on and on and on about this. It is a constant struggle. Yeah, we do kind of overproduce. Let's just leave it. It's very easy to do it from 1 to 2 lanes if we need to. So let's just leave it at 1 lane and cross that bridge when we come to it, which is obviously my favourite phrase in this playthrough. I've never ever crossed a bridge without first arriving at the bridge. I was going to say coming to it, but that sounded really wrong, so I didn't. I bottled that joke. I'm sorry. I have never crossed a bridge without first going to it. You know what I mean? One never Let's actually do this for real, shall we? The problem with doing this for real is that the the Immersite crystals don't actually go anywhere currently, so we are going to run out of sand eventually. I also need to make sure I'm doing this properly, because I feel like that isn't being done at a lot of stations, and that is going to be a pain in the arse to sort out. You may as well just fuel it everywhere, it doesn't really make any difference. Alright, you're going to sand until full. Where is that? That is there, good. And then this is sand to... where am I? Lithium. Good. Then you're going to sand to lithium until empty. Off you go. And then the benefit of that is you don't actually need that circuit condition about... Oh yes, you still do. No, you still do. It's just you're not crushing the stone. You don't want the sand to go through now. I wish there was some consistency to this. Like there is. It will reach from here to here, but it won't reach from here to here. I don't know how far a wire can reach from a belt to something. Like, it's not really anything that ever just sort of comes up. Let's just put that there. I know it's not ideal, but it's my other favourite phrase. Alright, so this is the same if lithium is greater than... or equal to, I suppose, 128,000. No, less than 128. No, yeah, if it's greater than 100... oh, it's the other way around. What am I doing? I'm so confused. Oh my god, my brain just suddenly failed there for a moment. There's 128,000 lithium in the system. So if lithium is less... if 128,000 is greater than lithium, don't. It needs to be the other way around, but this is working. What? What? I don't know how maths works. That was correct. I don't understand. I don't understand. Enable the belt if lithium is less than 128. Why did I have so much trouble with that, folks? This just goes to show you that anyone can make a big Factorio base. You don't have to have a brain. You could have a big hole where the brain was... there was once a brain there, I can assure you. Currently it's just filled with memes. Okay, so a train has come to pick up some sand, but it won't really do much because nothing is coming to pick up the lithium until the matter cards are finished. And again, that doesn't happen very often currently. Right, yes, quartz, sand, something else to pick up sand. Although maybe we should do something that the lithium Immersite crystals are needed for, so then we can get the sand going. Maybe that's a better idea. I just looked at the silicon and thought, yeah, we'll do that. Immersite crystals. Go into... Apparently they're going to matter research data. Oh, okay, maybe we should just quickly hook that up and then we can do the quartz. That's a good idea, isn't it? I'm winging this one, folks. He's winging it. Matter research is here. Right, this one needs to be renamed to something that actually makes sense. Immersite crystals to matter research data. So you see now the sand is coming in because more crystals are coming in. Go from here until you're full, and then to there until you're empty. Zoom. Nice. Is this pipe going to keep up with the nitric acid? Probably. Probably. If not, I'll just put 2 more down. What else do Immersite crystals go into? AI cores. We could do AI cores. Or energy control units. No, AI cores and energy control units are a couple of the ones that are going to be a bit simpler that I'll probably do off camera one day. Excuse me. I was just not long ago ate my dinner. Alright, let's, shall we? How high was this after the T? 1, 2, 1. So it's a straight, then a T, straight, then a T, a straight, then a T, a straight, then a T. So I don't know why I did it like that when I need to actually count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Gonna need this one. Go. Huge rock is in the way, as it so often is. I want to be able to see the robots here. It's no fun without being able to see the robots. Is the music too loud? Or is my headphone? Or are my headphones up just too high? I think my headphones are probably just up too high. Cannot build in an uncharted area. Why not? That's good enough for now, isn't it? Yeah, come on robots, you can do it. And then we'll do the old trees and rocks only thing for... Actually, let's expand this ever so slightly. Up here. Trees and rocks. That's kind of a lot of rocks. How many robots are in the network these days? 10,000. That's fine. Seems to be enough, doesn't it? How did I miss some of these? Probably because big rocks are in the way. I suppose I could design a solar panel block for these spaces, couldn't I? That won't take very long. I'll need to work out what the ratio is to solar and accumulators for... It shouldn't really be necessary because of how the power works in these antimatter reactors. They are very UPS efficient, so actually I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that at all. At all. Oh, I suppose I'll make it square. Hello? Oh, you are going to work, just not not going to enjoy it. Right. Quartz and silicon. I will get the editor out one day when I remember and delete all of these patches that are inside the base. Obviously you don't want to start mining patches until you know how big the base is going to be. Okay, to the calculator. Hello? That's being very slow. What's going on? Silicon. Oh, just a casual 50,000 a minute from 70,000 quartz a minute. Ugh. Krastorio. Filtration plant. I need to add the filtration plant. I know you can't see what I'm doing, you just have to believe me that it's extremely exciting. Okay. 50,000 quartz per minute. We get to use furnaces for the first time in this playthrough. Furnaces are cool. The Krastorio furnaces are cool. Oh, I didn't need the T's. In fact, the T's have kind of ruined it. That's annoying. I'll have to chop all those off, won't I? Let me do it now before I forget. Trim off the excess to be repurposed for later batches. Filtration plants, do I have any? Yes. What size are they? They are this size. Quartz. 10 sand, 10 water. 6 quartz. Totally, completely normal numbers. You can prod modulate. I'm not sure you could always do that. Anyway. Half a belt of sand. So what? 4 of these? 2 belts of sand? Or should we go for 4 belts of sand? We can go with 8. 3 point and do 4 belts of sand coming out. I'm kind of concerned about how much sand is going to be moving around the base. Kind of concerned. But 4 belts is okay. It's not going to be any worse than the electronic components. That one is going to be a killer. This really is going to be a total nightmare. This one. There's a chance I might have to split this into 2. But, you know, we will traverse that method of ascending over a problematic issue when we arrive at the problematic issue, for sure. This will give us 14,000 quartz, so even 8 will be not really enough. We would have to do, what do we want? 70,000. 40. So I could try and do 10 and have 4 modules making 10, 4 modules with 10 filtration plants. Oh no, wait, I haven't done this bit yet. Although that doesn't matter. The singularity beacons don't actually matter because the ratio of sand to quartz is still going to be the same regardless of... It's the number of belts of sand in that you want, really. That's so much sand! Damn it! Oh, why did I start this endeavour? Why did I start this endeavour? I keep flipping in my mind backwards and forwards between moving the sand around and moving the rocks around. Because 3.6 belts of sand is like maybe one belt of rock. But I literally just changed my mind on this side. We need to do something with all this excess sand. I can't just crush this as well into nothing. Alright. Alright, okay. Alright, maybe, hang on. Let me actually get Factorio GitLab on the screen for you so that you can see. There we go. Just remember to turn it off afterwards. Three-quarters of all the sand can come from the Immersite powder crushing process. I don't know why this has changed. I'm sure this said 2/3 the last time I looked. There's probably some beacon somewhere that I hadn't set properly. I think maybe I haven't put the default for the filtration plants in, so that might be different. 51. So that leaves you 51,000 stone, 51,000 sand that you need to crush directly from rock to make sure that you have enough sand. That is. 97,000 of the sand needs to go straight into the quartz. So I suppose you could crush the stone for the quartz yourself. No, because then that means that you're removing the need for this, but then you'll still have an excess. You're still crushing 50,000 extra sand. Like, you just say this is 100,000. Sure, 50,000 of it you're going to need to do anyway. So then the other 50,000, if you crush manually, you're also adding that to this. So you're making 200,000 sand. Because there's no way to not make this. There's no way to not make the sand from the Immersite. Thinking. 72,000 of it needs to turn into glass. Glass turns directly into electronic components, right? You don't actually need it for anything else. You need it for solar panels for the rockets. That's kind of annoying. Oh well. I can't. I guess the sand is just going to have to move around. Like, honestly, that seems to be the best way to do it. The most foolproof way to do it is to just... I really want to do it like this, though. I feel like I wouldn't need anywhere near as many modules of making silicon if I did it like this. But then that just means there's so much sand somewhere. That just means there's a lot of sand somewhere that's going completely... just sat there unused. Let me just quickly go through all of my setups here on the Factorio GitHub thing. Let's bring it back. Whoosh. And make sure that everything that has beacons has. So I hadn't put. I mean, obviously the centrifuge isn't going to matter, but I don't know why it just doesn't assume that. Just put productivity modules in everything. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Filtration plant, whatever. I mean, fine. I'll do it, but. Oh, you must not be able to prod module that. Yeah, that's alright. So I've done that. Atmospheric condensers, you can't productivity module. Yeah, correct. You can't productivity module this process. You can't productivity module an electrolysis plant, but I thought I had. I thought I had done that. I'm just checking Factorio. I know you can't see what I'm doing. Don't worry, I've not forgotten. No, you're right. You can't productivity module that. Okay, fine. I was wrong. I was wrong. Same with the hydrogen then, I guess. The sand is done. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't prod module the greenhouses. Can't prod module the condensers. You can prod module the fuel refineries, but that doesn't solve anything right now. Blah blah blah. Pipes. No. Oh god, charge matter stabilizers. No. No. Should be worth reiterating here for people who haven't watched every single episode that I am doing this without matter. The old Megabase with the video I have is matter based, and this one I didn't want to be matter based because I feel like it took some of the challenge away. Some of the challenge, not all of the challenge. It's differently challenging. It's differently challenged. Okay, let's just have a look and see how much easier I'll make this on myself, and then we can... If this is stone... and it's prod moduled, it's very good. It's extremely quick, to the point where I could even get away with this. It could be twice as fast again. How many modules does... Each one of these gives 0.75 of this, and this is 50% speed. So this is 75, 150... Yeah, so that should be just about right, should it not? No, I have no idea how any of these numbers work. It's fine, don't mind me, I'm just dense. What about that? Still plenty of space. What about that? That'll do. 0. I might get one more in. I might get one more in. One or two more. Yeah, there we go. There we go. So this would give me 4,000 of the quartz. And what did I say? 70,000? 70,000. For a mere third of a belt of stone. So even if I did 4 belts of stone coming out here, 14 of these, let's just say 12, just for whatever, that would be 45,000 quartz. I'd only need 2 of these modules, and hardly any stone at all. Like, this has to be the better way. This has to be the better way. Because then all you do is then you just put a furnace here for the silicon. And you may not even need... Whoa, what's happening? Yeah, he's slightly overproducing. You'd need a few more. You need a few more modules here for these. Unpowered beacons will not be accounted for. Even this is overkill on the silicon. I suppose you could do a design where the silicon was in the middle of pairs. That might work. But anyway, like, you would still have the generic, you know, nice tiled design like we've got here, just with the correct number of beacons. And then you're just bringing in... You're bringing in 4 belts of stone instead, and then for that you're getting Wait, net machines is under. Wait. How do numbers work? Oh yeah, I need to take these modules away so that this is using the correct amount of quartz, so that it doesn't look like it's under. Yeah, just about. That's just about correct-ish. So that means 12 of these is 30,000 silicon. So yeah, two of these modules instead of the 4 that I was talking about before. That's got to be the better way to bring just to bring the stone in. No doubt about it. So then we go back to this question of what are we actually doing with this sand? Saying it's a byproduct seems like a complete waste. Like actually just saying we're going to crush it, and not in a good way, seems like a waste, because we are making 3/4 of the entire sand need of the base. But if we're saying that all of the quartz is going to be made with stone, then that means we only need 100,000 sand. Some of it's already going in the electrolysis, which we know about. So some of it is just going to have to go to waste, and we're going to have to get rid of it. This is the thing. We are going to have to get rid of it, because if this sand station is full, if this is full, then this doesn't do anything. And we are going to have that issue because we're using more crystals at the moment than we are sand, because there's only one of these lithium modules up. This train is just not emptying. And this lithium is not being used as frequently as... Even though it should be, because it is... Is it? What's the ratio of Immersite crystals to lithium in this? It's the same. Alright, so it will do. Ish, roughly. What are we going to do with this sand? What are we going to do with it? Turn it into landfill. Can you turn it into matter? Could we use it for that? Could we use... You can't, can you? That's one of the things that you actually can't do. Is you can't turn sand into matter or matter into sand. Because of reasons. Do I have a matter plant on me? Give me a matter plant, please. Because we are going to need matter for the matter stabilizers. And we're going to need a lot. That's an option. All right, let me look at that. Let me see. Let me remind myself if you can actually do that. Let me just go down to one of the places. It's going to be easier than trying to remember to request everything that I need. Don't get hit by a train. Sorry, I know this is like the flippin' Sand Chronicles episode 3, but this is going to be one of the biggest issues of the base. That and getting all the gas that we need. And I don't even want to think about that right now. I don't even want to think about the amount of nitrogen we're going to need. Right. These are matter plants, aren't they? Yeah, give me one matter plant. Or just some matter plants. Bung it there. You can turn stone into matter, but you cannot turn sand into matter. That's really annoying. That's extremely annoying. And then the other way around... Oh, you can turn matter into sand. Oh, thanks, game. That's useful. Why can't I turn sand into matter? Biomass, coal, copper, oil, powder, iron, Matter cubes, obviously. Mineral water, quartz. Yeah. Stone into matter, there we go. Uranium, or... oh, what? How fast can a crusher get rid of sand completely? Just out of interest. Just out of pure interest, you know? Speed modules in there as well. It's got to be quite fast, one would imagine. That's miserable. You're telling me even at that rate, you can only get rid of 1/10 of a belt of sand at a time? That sucks, man. Oh no, I needed that. Sand. Why? Why are you like this? The other option is to also have sand coming in and prioritize the sand. Excuse me, prioritize the sand going into the filtration plants, and then when the sand runs out, use the stone. But I don't like it, because then that still means you need to build it as if you're only using sand. Because if you want to use 100% of the sand, oh dear. If you were doing this with matter, it would be a simple case of turning stuff into matter and then just turning matter straight into Immersite powder, and then you don't worry about the sand. You just get the powder without the byproduct of the sand. But that's boring, innit? Although, to be honest with you, it would be a hell of a lot easier, because you would still mine the Immersite crystals, but then the Immersite crystals would go into a matter plant, and you would turn raw Immersite into matter. Can't prod module these. And then you would turn that matter into just directly into the powder, and that one doesn't even need the matter stabilizers like the steel would do, or some of the other things. Like, you literally just do this. And it's, you know, it's a pretty good way of doing it. You also don't need the nitric acid or the sulfuric acid. Oh no, wait, that's the crystals. Wait, no. So you just don't get the sand byproduct if you do it like this. You still need this. Yeah, you still do need this, but you just have an extra step here. So instead of going into a crusher, it goes into the Immersite. The raw Immersite goes into a matter plant. Excuse me. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do about that. Any suggestions? Because I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Really? I suppose I could just build 4 modules of this to use sand, and then have another module somewhere else crushing the extra stone that we need. crushing an extra 50,000 stone into sand and then just move the sand around the base, but 200,000 sand a minute is 25 wagons of sand a minute moving around the base. So that is only 4 trains moving around the base at any one time full of sand. It's not that much. And I did say I wouldn't use any matter, so whatever. And this video is already 40 minutes, so I will have another. I will call it a day there. I'll have a proper think off camera about exactly what I can do. There's no point in me, like, we know what's going to happen here. If I'm using the stone, it's going to be this tiled. You know, you've seen that. And if I'm using the sand, it's just going to be this instead. I need to leave space for the water, of course. But that is obviously not a problem. We've seen that. We've seen this one. So, yeah. Do I break one of the stipulations of the base, which was no matter production, just to make this easier, because moving sand around is a right royal pain? If you could turn sand into matter, it would be fine, because then we would just turn this into matter instead, and then use that matter to power the charged matter stabilizers that we're going to need for singularity sites, because that's going to be a lot as well. Or do I just move sand around the base? Or is there a third solution that I'm not thinking of? Here we go, exercise for you, the reader. Thank you so much for watching. I know we didn't really get much done today, but we talked about a lot of theory. It was a theory episode. So yeah, please like and comment as you would normally do. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.